So I'm gonna go through the Mini Slew real quick, and
Yeah, I was about to say, is that
this
in there?
side,
Yeah.
'cause that's the other kind of flagshipy, super interesting one here. It's not an audio module, so let's just use the filter.
Can you not run it at audio range?
No, well, yeah, you can,
Oh, yeah,
but it
yeah.
doesn't process audio.
No.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, this is a slew limiter module, and it's based on the Surge DUSG design, just like all the other slew modules that are out there. But we tried to do as many modern features as possible. So for one thing, it will cycle, but it will also remember whether it was cycling or not when you power off and on. Everything will remember.
Which might not sound like a very exciting thing unless you've ever used a module which won't do that.
Right. You don't lose all your settings
Yeah.
on this.
Power it up and go, what?
Yeah. Yeah. What was my patch? Right. So.
Because instead of it being a triggered envelope on every note, it would just be firing off like an LFO and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So it's kind of handy to have it not do that.
Exactly. So it tracks the input perfectly and slows down the rise and the fall, is what a slew limiter does. And so in this case, I'm going to just use this to control pitch here from a sequence. And I suppose we need an input. Okay. Sorry, just a minute. So get everything patched in. So I'm making sure that the filter will track. This is unnecessary cables. What's that? Have more beer? Yeah.
You would,
thank you.
How you concentrate.
Right. Thank you, sir. All right, so slow the tempo down. So it's just basically all the pitch information is running through the Mini Slew. You can see the bar graph kind of showing what octave you're on, kind of.
What does that show?
It shows the output level.
Oh, right, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so the voltage.
So, yeah. So, but if I turn the rise up, it doesn't, it'll totally limit the slew to be able to stop it, basically. And same thing with down.
It's like glide or portamento. Anyone
Yeah.
who's like not familiar with slew, I was a bit confused by slew limiting.
Right,
stuff.
but you can control both up and down independently.
Yeah.
So, and then at the same time, it'll cycle without an input. So you can use it as an envelope generator. It has end of rise and end of fall, basically, outputs that are gates that let you trigger other events.
So basically, as soon as the envelope gets to the end of its cycle, it sends a pulse out, which you can use to then trigger another envelope somewhere else, or do something else strange.
Exactly. So, in addition, it has, let's see, let me just patch this to here directly and run the filter. So I'm going to use it as a trigger source now, or as an envelope generator. And take this vary output into the FM of the filter. And it's inverted right now, so you have kind of a standard envelope type generator, but you have output attenuator that's bipolar. That lets you go either way, and that's voltage controllable. So you have a bipolar VCI in the output that'll let you control what you're sending out. Which will run at audio rate and let you do sort of ring modi type stuff.
What's running at audio right now? So.
The variable CV output. And it's modulating the filter.
At audio rate?
At audio rate.
Is it? Alright.
Because at the same audio as this, if we run it from here.
So you're not using the
So it's controlling the amount of this signal that's going to the filter.
Oh,
right now it's at LFO. It's a little hard to totally
I'm quite sure
explain.
I completely follow that one.
So it's controlling the inversion of, or the amplitude of this, but it's going positive and negative.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
And what are you controlling it with the...
I'm controlling that amount with the sine wave from this other
So
side.
that's swinging the output of the slew positive and negative, is it?
Right, and if I...
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
And you're modulating that at audio rates to make it give that growly effect. Is that right?
Exactly. So it's going low and then up high. And
okay. That's handy.
yeah.
So that's another VCA.
That's what that's doing.
Is that another VCA in there then?
Yeah, two bipolar VCA.
Two.
Yep. So you don't have to waste one doing something else.
No, well, I mean, that's well handy.
So the other thing it does, and this is a little bit harder.
So I don't know if anyone who's familiar with synths and buying modules, if you want to do loads of complicated stuff where you're modulating the level of an envelope with something else, you have to buy a VCA for every single one of those things. You know, if you wanted to control, say, the level of your envelope with the velocity from a MIDI to CV converter or something, you would have to use a VCA to do that normally. So having a load of them hidden away in the modules certainly saves you.
It reduces the number of modules you need to be able to do more complex stuff. So so the other thing on this Mini Slew is that if you're familiar with maths or function or any of the other ones that exist, when you cycle them, they change speed a lot. When you go from logarithmic to exponential, like a whole lot, like many orders of magnitude. We added a time compensation circuit so that it slows down when you go to here, and let's patch something. So this is logarithmic. It'll speed up a little bit when you go to linear. I mean, it speeds up significantly, but not like. So this is without. That's normal. way up to audio rate.
Is that what's
So no, this is exponential signal response.
right?
And with time compensation, this is the slowest it'll go, linear, and then back to exponential.
Right.
So it's more linearized, but it's
so it still goes faster in the. Is it linear mode?
it goes faster in the linear, but it's not possible to make it perfect.
No,
Yeah.
but it certainly
But
makes it in a bit.
Yeah, it's much closer and better for changing this on the fly.
Yeah,
and this is voltage controllable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, voltage controllable response. It's not a common thing either, is it?
I don't think it's been done on this circuit before that I know of. So that's voltage control over the response.
So you can get quite complex sort of envelope shapes out of what is essentially a single up and down shape. So
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
that's nice.
Yeah.